everybody. My name is Allison. I'm the Programs Outreach and Youth Services Manager here at Monterey County Free Libraries. Today we are going to show you how to make a cozy and delicious treat for the winter using an abundance of apples we have in our fridge. I've brought in Chef Steve to show us how to make baked apples.
Hi everybody, I'm Steve, and today I'm going to be showing you how to make some baked apples. We need white sugar, brown sugar, a stick of butter, some cinnamon, and 6 medium-sized apples. I have a bunch of small ones, so I decided to throw a big one in there as well.
And what tools will we be needing?
We'll be needing a measuring cup. I'm using a half. This requires about a cup of sugar and brown sugar each, so we'll use that a couple times. And some measuring spoons, a teaspoon, and our apple core, a mixing bowl, something to bake this in, and of course a cutting board and a knife to get those apples in there. First we're going to start by coring our apples. We're going to use our apple core here, down through the middle and twist.
Now, is that a special tool that is for coring apples, or is that a potato peeler?
It is an apple corer. The way you can tell is it's pointed on the top.
Oh. Can it also peel potatoes?
No. The middle section here doesn't have sharp enough blades. You know, it probably could. Never mind. It probably is for apples and coring and peeling on the side here. Most potato peelers are double-sided, and they're a little more durable than this flimsy apple corer.
You just shove it down. Now, what if you're like me and have weak little hands and can't do this?
You could just cut the apple in half and take the core off, and I can show you that with this one here. We can just cut it down the middle. And as I slice apples to put in our mixture here, as we get some of these pieces, I can just trim that, and it makes it go away. So however you want to do it is up to you. I do think that the apple corer is a little easier, a little less time consuming, but whatever you have.
I genuinely don't think that I could do the corer. Shall we try? Shall I try it?
We can try it, yeah.
Okay, I'm going to try coring this smaller apple. I guess it's a little bigger than the one Steve did. I don't have a ton of faith in myself. Right here?
It's right in the middle. Make sure the bevel, the scoop part, goes around the core hole.
Nope, that's it. It's done.
Okay.
Wait, I'm still going. Let's see.
There you go.
Oh, but I missed the core. I could
You
see.
missed it.
I could
Oh,
see
no.
the seeds inside.
Okay, that's fine.
I guess I only missed like half of it. Like you could see, I just went down the side.
Just go down the back.
Maybe going down the bottom would be better because you could see where the little blossom is.
Yeah, every apple's a little different.
I'm just making I'm making a mess.
All
okay,
right.
I'm going back to behind the camera.
That's fine. Okay, so our apples are cored. We are going to cut down the side here, and we're just going to do some really small slivers. They're just going to get baked like this with some sugar, so they will break down easier if you have some small slices.
And we're not peeling ours, but you could if you wanted to.
You could
right?
absolutely peel them. I particularly really love the apple peel. If you have some green apples, absolutely leave those on there. Those are some great flavors that you can add into it. So our apples are sliced, and to our bowl here, we're going to add in 3 teaspoons of sugar. And 1.5 teaspoons of cinnamon. And then this needs to be mixed up, and I'm just going to use my hands a little bit. Our apples are mixed. We're going to place them in this 9x11 Pyrex baking dish and try to get them into a nice layer.
It's a lot of apples.
It's a lot of apples. I maybe shouldn't have used the big one too, but it's going to be good. can never have too many apples, right? I mean, that's the reason why we're making this, is we have too many apples.
I was gonna say the whole reason we did this recipe was because our fridge is overflowing with apples.
So many apples. Okay, this is gonna sit for a second because we're going to make our crumb topping. So we're gonna reuse the bowl that we had our apples in. This recipe calls for quite a bit of sugar. Adjust it accordingly. It's basically equal parts butter, white sugar, and brown sugar. When I say equal parts, it's basically a full cup or a full stick. So you can do a half stick to half cups on everything.
Let's adjust it.
To do half? Okay, we can do that. We will add a half cup of white sugar, a half cup of, I've used extra dark brown sugar, and then we are going to use a half a stick of butter here. And this is vegan plant-based butter. It works just the same regardless of what you want to use. We're just going to knead this into the sugar like you were making biscuits. So we're going to break the butter up into small pieces. And we're going to knead it and squeeze it into our sugar mix. If it makes it easier, you can definitely cut the butter into smaller chunks.
And there's no cinnamon going into this crumb topping.
Correct. It's in the apples itself.
Okay.
You can add more if you want. You can add nutmeg, whatever flavors you'd like. This is just a basic crumb recipe.
And the texture is wet sand?
Wet sand, yeah. Which we're almost there. Okay, and so when this is all mixed up, we're just going to add it directly on top of our apple mixture here.
I'm seeing where we might need more to get it across everything.
Yeah.
It is a lot.
Yes. Depends on the pan we use. But this is okay. We can just lightly spread it out here. And this will bake just fine as is.
Yeah, that looks good.
Yeah. So this is going to go into the oven at 375 for about 30 to 40 minutes. Just keep an eye on it. You don't want anything to burn. You don't want your sugar to caramelize too much and get weird and burned and chewy. So every oven is different. Ours will probably take 45, 50, but keep an eye on it. And uncovered, and we'll check on it shortly. All right, it's been 40 minutes, so let's check on our baked apples. Oh yeah.
You can hear the sizzle.
So we've got a nice caramelization on our sugar. It didn't burn, didn't get gummy. Look at that. That looks beautiful.
Yum.
So our baked apples turned out really nice. They looked gorgeous. Those would be really great with some vanilla ice cream on top. I hope you at home get to try this, and I hope you enjoy.